Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Company Heroes 1 replay. On the south side as the Wehrmacht forces, we have Sky is the Limit. Howdy. I have basically moved on from Dawn of War to Elite Mod. I was casting them every single Tuesday. On the north side as the US forces, we have Andryhaz. If you have any good replays, you can always submit it to me. Send me a link either through Twitch or through my Gmail, and I will cast it. Engineers are pushing along the right side. Barracks now been deployed on out. Fuel point being captured on up. Pioneers are Wehrmacht quarters eyeing for a pair or a set of Wehrmacht quarters.
Fuel point belongs to Germany.
Fuel point has been captured on up. Munitions point has been captured on, is being captured up now. Let's see now. The US player is eyeing for a bit of a balanced capture, so is the Wehrmacht player. And now we got his first squad of Volksgrenadiers now pulling a few. Sorry, I took a bit of a drink from my drink. Engineers eyeing for this munitions sector. These engineers eyeing down south. And now we have the Volksgrenadiers eyeing towards the center of the map. Maybe eyeing for the VP, maybe eyeing just for some heavy cover. I wouldn't be surprised if Volksgrenadiers push forward to lay down some wire. Is it lay down some wire or unravel? It's basically like a giant accordion.
Pioneers have captured munitions location.
Munitions sector has been captured up on the right side. Volksgrenadiers eyeing to capture the central munitions sector. They did push forward there, so he's ready to get behind some heavy cover. Pioneers over here. We've got the rifleman squad advancing forward. Pioneers do withdraw from the region.
Volksgrenadiers ready to fight.
And the Volksgrenadiers, of course, will defeat the engineers with problem. Do now have fresh MG42 deployed on the field. Up here, we do have a fresh squad of riflemen. Engineers pushing forward once again.
We are ready. Pioneer team ready.
Pioneers move around, catching some sectors. Rifleman squad advancing over here.
The objective is ours.
Volksgrenadiers see a bit of fire. And they do soft retreat away. Rifleman squad do get behind some heavy cover there. These Volksgrenadier squads eyeing for a bit of heavy cover here. And now you have the MG42 pushing its way forward. Volksgrenadiers capture this sector. Riflemen do get behind a bit of heavy cover there. Now they're eyeing to decapture this munitions sector now. MG42 may find... They will find a partial burst there, not a full burst. They don't get any suppression. There's a tiny bit of damage. Rifleman ever so slightly wounded. And engineers pushing forward. Bypassing the capture point, going straight for some tank traps there. Eyeing to lock down the right side of the map. To get that resources, nice steady resource supply. Mostly munitions on that sector, though there is a fuel point as well. Engineers capturing this sector now. MG42 is not setting on up. Could it be flanked by the engineers? They're in a good angle there. Rifle squad does withdraw nice and early, trying to avoid the MG42 fire there. Volksgrenadiers and Riflemen both engage some heavy cover there. I'm not sure. Oh, there's a bit of sandbags there. That's where he's getting his heavy cover. Engineers do capture the VPs. 2 VPs are captured by the Wehrmacht player. 1 VP captured by the US player. The VPs are now even. And Volksgrenadiers get a bit damage on the riflemen. MG42 do set up behind the hay bale or pile of hay. It's not exactly hay bale. Hay bale is one that's in a giant cylinder, right? Rolled up.
Our forward supply lines are broken.
MG42 does get a bit of suppression there on this rifleman squad. Engineers could flank the MG42. Volksgrenadier really spread out. The leader is right next to the next capture point there. Rifleman squad does push way forward. Volksgrenadiers do get behind the bit of spool there. And now they're going to be fighting out at relatively close range. So I think the Rifleman squad should win out, especially if they're reinforcing the Rifleman squad there. These two squads are still fighting away. It's a long, protracted engagement since both squads behind some heavy cover. This rifle squad is getting hit apart, ripped apart there. One model remains, does fall back there. Volksgrenadiers. Oh! He got lucky that where that landmine didn't get a kill wipe there. Volksgrenadier squad does withdraw with the MG42. This Volksgrenadier squad still fighting behind the heavy cover there. Our rifleman squad eyeing for the munitions sector. And now we do have the still just a long engagement there. Riflemen are eyeing to capture the field and munitions sector in the center in the center of the map. So is this VP. Hasn't touched these 2 points captured up by the Wehrmacht player as well. They're pioneers. Pioneers with minesweeper in the region. The engineers with no minesweepers should be able to keep them at bay. Volkswagen is advancing forward. They do decapture this point and falls back. This point has been decaptured as well. Rifle squad and Volksgrenadiers still getting out. Looks like the Volksgrenadiers overall did win the fight, but now reinforcing Volksgrenadiers will help them really win the fight. And for to advance a bit forward there, we're seeing a bit of small arms fire from the Rifleman squad. And he does, I guess this acts as a line of sight blocker there, so then 4-2 can't get an angle there on the Rifleman. 4 damage there on the Rifleman. Volksgrenadiers may see a bit of fire there from the engineers. Rifleman squad advancing forward as well. Volksgrenadiers do capture the field point. Stop training to this point there. Do have a Volksgrenadier side of this garrison. And there's 2 windows in sight, so not great fighting position, but the MG42 does dissuade these forces from being the region. Pioneer squad does fall back there. Do have the Volksgrenadiers now pushing forward. Should be able to overwhelm the Rifleman squad, no problem. Both squads are wounded. All the squads are generally wounded and need reinforcements.
The Yankees are grabbing our territory.
MG42 will advance forward to the heavy cover there.
We try our best. What now?
Supply lines are broken.
Skirmish phase has been completed. A rifleman of bars now pulled on the field. Now the Volksgrenadier squad does fall back. Volksgrenadiers behind a bit of heavy cover there. Rifleman squad do of course have bars now. The Rifleman squad here is very wounded, so the Volksgrenadiers could win this fight. And only 1 bar model is actually firing, while there's at least 3, now 2 models engaging. A couple of the models do get gunned down. He does fall back there. Possibly he could get wiped out, but he's not being pursued. Pioneers and minesweepers have cut their way through this region.
Squad here. Seized one as a cowboy munition.
We are ready to close with the enemy.
The enemy advances.
Pumpcraft Center now deployed on field. Going for Emergency 1 infantry, and does have 4 Volksgrenadier squads in the field. Maybe a good idea to go for the casualty recovery bunker.
One of our sectors has been cut off. Attention. The enemy advances.
Pioneers do see a bit of fire there.
Our supply lines are broken. We have territory out of supply.
Now got the veterancy for the infantry. A Rifleman squad does decapture that point there. M42 finds some good volleys there. Doesn't get any suppression at the moment. Rifleman squad does get suppressed now. And does fall back now. Some landmines pulled up with the Wehrmacht player. Red Striker squad does get suppressed by this MG42 as well. He has gone for 2 MG42s. Maybe a good idea to go for at least for veterancy 1 support weapons, which he is going for now. These ones for both his MG42s and for his Pioneers. A little bit of help for generation does go a long way. Rifle squad does get suppressed there. Volksgrenadiers engage the Rifle squad with 2 Volksgrenadiers defending. He should be able to defend himself. And with that little bit of veterancy there, he has all 3 models there, so given enough time, he will heal himself back up the full. I do got a fresh bunker deployed out over here.
Americans are seizing territory from us.
And the U.S. engineer of Minesweeper does find the landmine. This Pioneer is very wounded, so I think even though they both have Minesweepers, I believe the U.S. engineer should be able to win out no problem. He has twice the number of guns.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory cut off from supply.
Volksgrenadier model does go down there. Rifleman squad does get suppressed.
Volksgrenadiers munitions taken. We are ready to close. What are your orders?
MG in combat!
Mine detection team, ready.
Pioneers are kept in this VP, and we do have the Volksgrenadiers give a bit of damage there onto the engineers.
Cowards attack our forward base.
What do you need?
Rifle squad does advance on forward, get a bit of damage onto him.
Pay attention!
The rifle squad does fall back.
Volk squad taking fire!
Pioneers capture this VP as well. Volksgrenadiers soft retreats away. This one does fully retreat away. MG42, a little bit wounded, but does have efficiency 1 as mentioned before him, but does get flanked there. Volksgrenadiers fighting from a bit of light cover there. There may have been a landmine there at one point in time. Not sure who detonated it, however. Grenade has been thrown. He does mostly avoid it, does lose a model. May have lost the leader there. MG42 firing some volleys around the rifleman squad. This rifle squad does see a bit of fire as well. And now the rifle squad is taking a bit too much damage. There goes another grenade. Goes on the window spot there. Does get out on a good side. All 4 models still alive. And these wounded rifleman squads advancing forward. And he's going to get some great damage onto these guys. So keeping them around is quite good. Though this rifle squad is at full health, and maybe a good idea to fall back sooner rather than later. He does fall back now. 3 models from now remain. He may lose 1 or 2 on the retreat. And does fall back nice and early. We do have a trio center to pull on the front line, or frontish area, not necessarily front line.
We are ready to push back the Yankees. Yes, comrade.
Volksgrenadiers advance forward, get a bit of fire onto the riflemen.
Fire! Yes, sir.
And now this Volksgrenadier squad does fall back. Grenade has been thrown. The Volksgrenadiers do avoid it, and the rifle squad does withdraw. He is eyeing for a landmine there. He will get spotted.
Losing a sector.
Pioneer, singular, advancing forward with a minesweeper. He found a lot of metal in front of him, that's for sure.
MG crew,
A lot of metal flying towards him as well.
Yankees are grabbing our territory.
We do now have a 251 half-track deployed on the field. I don't know why, a flame half-track doesn't seem half bad to me at this exact moment. He doesn't have even a supply yard on the field just yet, so a flame half-track could be possibly good at this moment. Grenadiers and Volksgrenadiers now engaging. There's a casualty recovery bunker there, which should complement his 4 Volksgrenadiers quite well. You may just want to keep the regular Grenadier squad unupgraded for the time being, and well, Hendrix as he starts believing his one start pulling out vehicles. Our squad advancing forward is behind a bit of light cover there. I'm picking up at this point. Grenade has been thrown. Grenade has been thrown. Ooh, that was a good US grenade. Both rifle squads do fall back. Just eyeing for a reinforcement half-track there. It should be reinforced on the front line with his Volksgrenadiers. He didn't have to withdraw
Forward
them.
supply lines are broken.
Volksgrenadiers here. Not yet.
The Americans are capturing
Volksgrenadiers
the
see a
sector.
bit of fire there from the riflemen. Over here, this Volksgrenadier squad see a bit of fire there as well. MG42 firing away, suppressing down the riflemen. Over here, that rifle squad needs to fall back. The engineer gets wiped out. The rifleman squad does fully retreat, and a safe path there. One without any landmines, I can see. That rifle squad does fall back there. Casualty being brought back as well. We do now have a grenade warfare here. I do like seeing unusual units. A grenade warfare could be quite useful. This is a line of sight blocker there, so it can avoid damage right there, barring this guy in the back.
Forces are ready for assault.
And he has gone for Blitzkrieg, so he is locked in a doctrine, going for Blitzkrieg, going for the manpower blitz line. It's going for the assault phase. It's probably a good idea to deploy stuff at the assault phase. The opponent has not deployed as kind of motor supply yard, going for a support weapon center, eyeing for a sniper. Also, a 60mm mortar wouldn't be half bad versus the MG42s as well. Rifle squad does get suppressed. This truck squad advancing on forward as well. There is a Pioneer loaded in the back of the half track. It does get a sticky bomb there. Damage and crit there. Rifle squad straight forward. Asking if the assault phase is now complete. And now the rifle squad receiving more and more fire there. All of these squads need to fall back. The flame engineers will get a flank off, but likely will get suppressed by the 251 half track. Grenadiers gain some good damage there. We're seeing quite a bit of damage there. Ooh, that. Oh, and the MG42 gets wiped entirely along with the flamer engineer. Over here, Volk's Grenadier squad does receive a bit of fire there, does fall back. Grenadiers eyeing for a bit of heavy cover there. Both these rifle squads are severely wounded. Maybe a good time. He's going for a pineapple grenade. He does mostly avoid it. One model gets blown up. And looks like the US player does cast in GG. Grenadier squad does fall back. Got triple capture in favor of the US player. Let's just a little bit idle. Cast in GG.
Resources for Blitz are now available.
He did go for infantry doctrine, couldn't get enough munitions for the off-high power shoot. Yep, and I think he's just going to be idle for the rest of the game. Yep, and that is the end of the replay. This is Andryhaz saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.